So get ready for a digital showdown, Patriots. Elon Musk, X, and Rumble are taking the gloves off and going toe-to-toe with big tech's advertising cartel. We're talking about a lawsuit that could reshape the landscape of online speech. From shadow banning and demonetization, we're exposing the dirty tactics used to silence conservative voices. And wait to hear about the government's alleged involvement in a conspiracy that goes all the way to the top. So in this battle for digital freedom, protecting your assets is more crucial than ever. Just as X and Rumble are fighting against censorship, you need to fight against economic uncertainty. Gold prices have surpassed $2,400 an ounce, signaling a weakening U.S. dollar. Don't let your wealth be censored by inflation. Global Gold Investments offers a 5-year IRA fee waiver program and expert guidance to secure your financial future. Call 888-700-4148 or visit IRAGoldproof.com. Mention Next News for VIP treatment. Now, in the face of digital and economic censorship, gold remains uncancelable. Let's jump into the topics that are happening right now. Let's see here. This is the GARM lawsuit. This is a big deal, my friends. X has just filed a lawsuit against the Global Alliance of Advertisers for illegally targeting X, which prompted an ad boycott on the platform. The announcement was made on X by the CEO after Elon Musk threatened to go to court. The lawsuit was filed against the Alliance for Responsible Media, including its members CVS Health, Mars, Orsted, Unilever, along with the World Federation of Advertisers. Let's take a look at the official announcement.
Facts. Hey, everybody. I was shocked by the evidence uncovered by the House Judiciary Committee that a group of companies organized a systematic illegal boycott against X. It is just wrong, and that is why we are taking action. Today, we filed an antitrust lawsuit against the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, 4 of its key members, and the World Federation of Advertisers. These organizations targeted our company and you, our users. The evidence and facts are on our side. They conspired to boycott X, which threatens our ability to thrive in the future. That puts your global town square, the one place that you can express yourself freely and openly, at long-term risk. People are hurt when the marketplace of ideas is constricted. No small group of people should be able to monopolize what gets monetized. This group is no match for the power of our users. All of you, the very same users that have driven usage of X to all-time highs. I joined X because I believe in the power of the global town square. It's users like you, people of all backgrounds and opinions, who make X indispensable. You deserve an open platform where your views can be expressed without restriction and without fear. To all of you who have been part of this transformative journey that we're on, thank you. Rest assured, X has never been more committed to innovating and expanding all of our global town square.
Wow. Now, here's the big question that I have. As you know, this channel's been demonetized for going on 19 months now. And we are doing everything that we can to keep this channel, to keep this broadcast going. We are on X, we are on Rumble, we are on Odyssey, we are, of course, on YouTube. We are distributing our message far and wide. But the question now is, did GARM have a role in our demonetization? February of last year is when this channel was demonetized. And just last May, Zach Voorhees testified before the Texas Senate Committee on State Affairs. And he raised a question that we need to find an answer to, as to the truth as to why this channel was demonetized. Now, of course, they give us, oh, well, this video we didn't like. Oh, you're out of compliance. And when we ask about the specifics so that we can rectify the problem, we don't get specific answers. And any answers we do get and attempt to comply by deleting over 28,000 videos, over 1 billion views on this channel, trying to find the needle in the haystack, what happens? We get denied again. Over a decade's worth of work, countless hours, money, time, energy, pain, creating, late nights, trying to restore this country, correct the narratives, only to be denied, and denied. So what role did GARM have to play in this? Now, the Texas Senate has taken this upon their shoulders, and subpoenas are going to be sent to Google. We're simply awaiting to find out what those subpoenas say and what answers will be revealed when those subpoenas start flying. In case you're unaware of this situation and Zach Voorhees' tireless effort to bring transparency to this entire situation, because we are one of many channels that have been affected by groups perhaps like GARM. Now, when Ben Shapiro went and testified and spoke about GARM to the Weaponization Committee, of course, he brings up the Daily Wire. He brings up, they bring up Breitbart, other conservative entities that have been targeted by GARM. My question is, was the Next News Network specifically targeted by GARM as well? Because internal documents that were disclosed by Zach Voorhees tell a very clear picture. Now, I will play that picture for you. This is what he had to say.
Ranking. News sites that supported Democrats were ranked with the highest quality and trustworthiness. Here's a partial list. Wall Street Journal, 8.53. CBS News, 6.57. CNN, 6.0. Fox News, 5.2. Russia Today, 4.57. The Young Turks, 2.53. Alex Jones Network, negative 1.56. At the bottom of the list is Next News Network at negative 3.35. Let me reiterate, the foreign propaganda outlet Russia Today was scored 7 points higher than the Next News Network, one of the top YouTube news networks in America. Since my disclosure, Next News Network has been permanently demonetized and will soon be bankrupted. These sound more like the actions we'd expect from a Russian propaganda complex. But shockingly, it's the actions of Google. Let's talk about...
It's not...
Yeah. Shockingly, it is the actions of Google.
Subpoenas would be filed.
This is his suggestion, and this is where we are. And I hope that we get to the bottom of this. Elon, I know you're watching. We need your help. We need to find out if the Next News Network was attached to any of these actions made by GARM, and if those actions by GARM directed YouTube to demonetize us, because that is the goal of GARM, to take away the funding sources of the conservative voices so that they can operate. But thankfully, because of your donations, because of supporters out there, we have been able to rise above it because of our sponsors. Now, you may not like all the sponsors that we have to work with, but they are the ones that are keeping this show alive for you. The people that donate by the links in the description, $5, $10, $100, they're the ones keeping this show alive.
Have for this legislature to take action to address the issues you address?
My recommendation is subpoenas would be filed against Google for any documents that have the name blacklist.txt related to Google, YouTube, and their news search corpuses. I would also ask that you subpoena their documents related to rankings of media outlets. I've provided a supplemental showing a slide deck including such a list. That is 4 years old. It's a bit dated. The open question now is, what are the updated rankings of the media outlets that they have? Also, machine learning fairness is so huge. I don't even know how you would even swallow that. But if you could do, ask them, file a subpoena, ask them for documents related to machine learning fairness. And that is going to be such a huge bombshell that it just needs to get into the public disclosure. So it's those three things: machine learning fairness, blacklists, and their media rankings is the start of the entire. What might be a really cheap way to get at this information is to ask what the decision process was for demonetizing Next News Network, right? Like, they're very large, and if you can get that information related to that case, I think that that's going to sort of illuminate what their decision-making processes were for that demonetization. Like, they're still demonetized. They've been demonetized for like 6 months, like the top conservative news network on YouTube. And the question is, why did they get demonetized? And if we have the answer to that, we're going to get the answers to a whole bunch of other censorship activities with the company.
It starts with us, folks. Why? Let's get the answers. What were the keywords? What were the themes? What were the ideas? Was there an inherent conservative bias? That's what these subpoenas, I hope and pray, get to the bottom of. But with respect to what's happening with Elon Musk and this lawsuit against GARM, Elon, contact me. We need to get signed on to this thing so we can get to the bottom of this. Was GARM in cahoots with Google and YouTube to silence us, to demonetize us? Now, here's what's interesting. Now, Mike Benz, you may have seen his interview with Elon Musk. Personally, I've been trying to reach Mike Benz for a while. I've reached out to associates of his. I can't get a hold of this guy. I've sent him direct messages on X. Apparently, he's just too busy flying around the country and hanging out at Mar-a-Lago and doing whatever he's doing. Because I have specific information I need to discuss with him. So if you're watching, Mike, would you just frickin' respond to my DM already? You're doing great work. Can we just get together already and collaborate and put an end to this madness that we're all enduring? Mike Benz, 5 hours ago, he says, I mean, for F's sake, the U.S. federal government explicitly said it was reaching out to advertisers, doing advertiser outreach, to organize advertiser boycotts, to cut financial support to disfavored websites. What more do you need? And he points to this specific document. You can go to his X feed. You can read it for yourself. He says, if I were a real Daily Wired Federalist in an active legal discovery process against the State Department for censorship, I would immediately seek all U.S. aid, State Department, and any DCOMs with GARM's advertiser agencies regarding U.S. aid's stated goal of cutting financial support from advertisers. Guys, you're watching this right now. Would you guys all just message this guy? Go on X, slam his account, tag me, tag him. Can we get some momentum here, please? I need your help. Tracy Beans, 4 hours ago. X Corp has sued the World Federation of Advertisers in an antitrust action. It is my understanding that Rumble is also joining the lawsuit, though the docket doesn't reflect that yet. Now, Rumble did respond to this. They said Rumble has joined X to sue a cartel of advertisers and ad agencies who conspired to block ad revenue from going to certain platforms and content creators. GARM was a conspiracy to perpetuate an advertiser boycott of Rumble and others, and that is illegal. Was the Next News Network listed on their internal documents? These are answers we need to find out. Here is Mike Benz speaking about GARM's censorship.
These are the agencies that all four of the major ad agencies, including Publicis, all four of them receive billions of dollars, billions with a B, every year in federal government contracts. One of them gets $4 billion a year. Another one gets 1.8, 1.1. Now, a lot of this comes from the Pentagon, and this is basically the same strategy that they use to spread ESG. These are the agencies that are now killing the ability to operate an independent website by selectively discriminating against anyone who disagrees with the U.S. State Department or who disagrees with the U.S. war machine or who disagrees with Big Pharma. Now they can't operate a website effectively while the entire playing field of media is rigged in favor of the government's preferred outlets. And it's the taxpayers who are basically having their money stolen to subsidize this. So I think that all these funds should be cut, these federal contracts should be cut to these ad agencies the same way that's starting to be done with ESG, with places like Texas divesting from investments in BlackRock to the tune of $8 billion a few months ago, and until they get rid of their ESG activism, I think the same thing has to be done on the advertisers or boycott side. All four.
There you go. It goes all the way to the top, friends. All the way to the tops. And now Donald Trump is about to have an interview with Elon Musk. This is just breaking today. President Trump said he will do an interview with Elon Musk on Monday night. This might just break the internet. So on the heels of this lawsuit against GARM, the revelations that could come out of this, especially with Rumble attaching themselves, and the implications potentially with this channel, folks, I need you to contact Elon. I need you to contact Mike Benz and get them in touch with me. We have Zach Voorhees already doing the work with the Texas Senate. Zach Voorhees is on the ground revealing these truths on all the media channels at great expense to himself. So we need to continue to keep the pressure on because we need free speech in this country. Free speech is the pressure release valve. It is how we can communicate, how we can digest information. We have to be critical thinkers so we can discern what is real and what is fact, not let the fact checkers or the algorithms determine what that is. But that's what they want. They want to demonetize, demoralize, and silence you. Thankfully, we have Elon Musk, who is stepping up to the plate, suing this organization. Rumble stepping into the fray, joining that. Zach Voorhees stepping up with Texas and demanding transparency for answers for this very channel. This is only the beginning, my friends. This is only the beginning. The battle for free speech is raging on the digital frontier. X, Rumble, Zach Voorhees are leading the charge. And this lawsuit could be the turning point in the fight against big tech censorship and collusion. So as a way for the courts to weigh in, remember that your voice matters. Keep speaking out, keep sharing the truth, and don't let the tech giants silence you. The future of free speech on the internet hangs in the balance, and we will be here to bring you every development as it unfolds. And remember, contact Elon, tell him to get a hold of me directly. Contact Mike Benz to get a hold of me directly. Send them messages on X. Whatever you got to do, tag Next News Network, tag Gary Franchi, and let's join this fight.